What if you could start with nothing and legally earn $100,000 in just 12 months? No gimmicks, no investments, no lucky breaks. This blueprint shows how disciplined steps can turn $0 into six figures. Every dollar, every hour, and every strategy matters, and missing just one can cost you thousands. This is the most comprehensive guide you'll find, designed to show you the exact path from zero to substantial wealth with practical, proven steps. Starting from zero is often seen as an insurmountable challenge, but the reality is more practical than most assume. Wealth is not a matter of luck or inherited advantage. It results from deliberate choices, disciplined habits, and consistent action. When beginning with no capital, the first requirement is a mindset shift. Instead of focusing on scarcity, the emphasis must be on resourcefulness and opportunity awareness. Every financial decision, no matter how small, matters. Tracking every dollar earned and spent is not trivial. It forms the foundation for understanding cash flow, identifying leaks, and establishing a structured plan for growth. Those who start from nothing have a unique advantage. They are unburdened by previous financial missteps and can adopt proven habits from the outset, setting themselves up for deliberate, measurable progress. Once the mindset is established, the immediate focus becomes generating income. With no initial capital, the fastest path is to leverage skills, time, and readily accessible opportunities. Freelance work, gig economy jobs, or short-term high-demand tasks offer accessible entry points. For example, someone proficient in graphic design might start by offering services on platforms like Fiverr or Upwork, quickly generating their first $500 to $1,000. Alternatively, a person skilled in writing or virtual assistants can take on short-term contracts that pay within days. The key principle is speed and accessibility. Early earnings build confidence, reinforce the value of work, and provide the tangible resources necessary to move to the next stage of financial growth. Earning money is only the beginning. Without proper management, early income can be wasted or misallocated. Budgeting and reinvestment principles are crucial. A disciplined approach involves systematically dividing earnings into necessary living expenses, debt reduction, and reinvestment into growth opportunities. Consider someone who earns $1,000 from initial freelance work, allocating $500 for essentials, $250 to eliminate small debts or fees, and $250 to purchase learning resources or tools, creates a structure that reinforces both security and growth. This systematic allocation converts raw earnings into a strategic plan for expansion, ensuring that every dollar contributes to momentum rather than being consumed by immediate gratification. In parallel with earning and budgeting, identifying low-risk micro-opportunities can significantly accelerate early progress. Simple strategies such as reselling underutilized items, performing arbitrage between online marketplaces, or offering local side services allow beginners to turn small actions into recurring revenue streams. The critical insight is the ability to spot inefficiencies in everyday market, seeing value where others overlook it. For instance, buying discounted items in bulk and selling them individually online can generate consistent small profits which, when reinvested or combined with other side hustles, contribute meaningfully to the financial foundation. This approach also introduces the concept of scaling small wins. When repeated and optimized, grow into substantial earnings over time. Beyond strategy and opportunity, mindset habits play a decisive role in early-stage financial growth. Establishing clear goals, visualizing specific financial targets, and resisting instant gratification compounds results over time. Discipline in the initial months reinforces momentum and develops resilience, traits that carry forward as challenges increase. For example, someone tracking their earnings weekly, adjusting their spending, and consistently reinvesting a portion into skill development will see compounding benefits that far exceed the raw value of the initial dollars earned. These habits bridge the gap between early income and sustained growth, turning short-term wins into long-term financial foundations. The overarching takeaway from this stage is that starting from zero is achievable with a clear and structured approach. Immediate income generation, disciplined budgeting, strategic reinvestment, and consistent micro-investment of time and resources form the blueprint for early financial growth. The combination of actionable steps and mindset development lays the groundwork for scaling income, compounding gains, and transitioning to more advanced financial strategies. By adhering to these principles, anyone can transform the constraints of having nothing into the initial steps towards substantial financial progress. Once the initial income streams are established, the focus shifts to scaling beyond the first few $100s per month. Earning $500 to $1,000 is an important milestone, but growth beyond that requires a systematic approach to increasing both volume and efficiency. Building repeatable revenue streams becomes essential. These streams can take the form of skill-based services, small local businesses, or online platforms capable of reaching broader audiences. The key is to move from one-off earnings to activities that can be repeated predictably, generating steady income. Efficiency and automation play critical roles at this stage. By leveraging existing tools, templates, and platforms, individuals can deliver more output without a proportional increase in effort, turning modest beginnings into sustainable, scalable revenue sources. Strategic reinvestment is the next pillar of growth. Profits earned should rarely be consumed immediately. Instead, they should be channeled back into activities that expand capacity or enhance skill. For example, a freelancer earning $1,500 per month might invest in advanced courses, productivity tools, or better equipment that enables them to serve more clients at higher rates. Risk management is also a key consideration during reinvestment. Allocating funds to proven avenues while avoiding speculative ventures minimizes potential losses. This approach ensures that growth is not only rapid but also stable, reinforcing the habit of seeing profits as a tool for further expansion rather than just immediate reward. Practical application of scaling can be illustrated through a scenario of someone doubling or tripling their monthly revenue using both digital platforms and local business opportunities. Consider a content creator or virtual assistant who initially earns $1,000 per month. By identifying high-demand niches, adjusting pricing for value delivered, and maintaining consistent quality, they expand to $3,000, $5,000 per month. The compounding effect occurs when each additional dollar earned is either reinvested to capture more clients or used to improve service efficiency. Scaling in this manner demonstrates that predictable, structured growth is a function of deliberate action rather than chance, and small, repeated improvements accumulate into substantial financial outcomes over time. As income grows, the efficient use of time and energy becomes increasingly important. Manual effort alone cannot sustain larger revenue targets. Productivity techniques such as task prioritization, batching, and selective outsourcing allow individuals to focus on high-value activities while delegating repetitive or low-impact tasks. For instance, a freelancer might automate invoicing or hire a virtual assistant to handle scheduling, freeing up time to acquire new clients or develop higher-value offerings. Recognizing the diminishing returns of working longer hours underscores the necessity of creating scalable systems. Efficiency gains not only increase earnings potential, but also provide the flexibility to pursue additional opportunities without overextending oneself. Psychology plays a critical role in the process of financial acceleration. Tracking progress meticulously, setting interim goals, and celebrating milestones reinforce positive behavior and sustain momentum. Simultaneously, awareness of common pitfalls, such as overextending resources, taking on clients or projects outside one's capacity, or succumbing to impulsive spending protects both financial and mental stability. Mindset directly influences risk tolerance and decision-making, particularly when revenue begins to increase significantly. Those who maintain disciplined habits, monitor performance, and approach opportunities analytically can capitalize on higher income stages while avoiding the stress and setbacks that often accompany rapid growth. The overarching conclusion of this stage is clear. Scaling income, reinvesting strategically, and optimizing time create the foundation for significant financial advancement. Moving from modest monthly earnings to five-figure revenue per month is achievable when efforts are structured and deliberate. Individuals who apply these principles not only increase immediate earnings, but also lay the groundwork for sustained wealth accumulation. The combination of repeatable systems, smart reinvestment, and disciplined time management sets the stage for the final phase, transforming cumulative growth into a six-figure milestone and achieving the first $100,000. Transitioning from high monthly income to cumulative wealth requires a shift in focus from simply earning to systematically accumulating and preserving gains. Generating significant monthly revenue is only part of the equation. Hitting the six-figure milestone depends on how consistently those earnings are tracked, managed, and reinvested. Each month's income, when carefully allocated, contributes incrementally to the broader financial objective. For example, someone earning $5,000 per month who maintains detailed records reinvests a portion into growth opportunities. and sets aside savings strategically can compound these gains to reach $100,000 over time. The principle is simple yet often overlooked. Wealth is built not merely through income, but through disciplined management and compounding of that income over time. Advanced strategies accelerate this trajectory, identifying high-margin opportunities, leveraging professional networks, and negotiating pricing or contracts effectively can amplify income beyond what standard methods allow. The distinction between ordinary income growth and exponential compounding becomes evident when these strategies are applied consistently. A freelancer or service provider, for example, can multiply revenue by targeting premium clients, bundling services, or leveraging partnerships, creating revenue streams that grow faster than linearly with effort. Understanding and applying these advanced tactics differentiates those who plateau at moderate earnings from those who achieve rapid, substantial financial growth. Consider a scenario illustrating the practical application of these principles. An individual starts with zero and follows a structured path. Initial gigs generate $500 to $07,000, which is then scaled through repeatable services and high-demand offerings to $5,000 per month. Strategic reinvestment into skill development, tools, and efficiency systems increases capacity further. Over the following months, these reinvestments compound, enabling revenue to grow to $8,000, $10,000 monthly. By carefully tracking every dollar, reinvesting intelligently, and maintaining disciplined habits, this person reaches the $100,000 cumulative milestone in under 12 months. Breaking down the numbers illustrates the logic. Small, incremental gains and disciplined reinvestment add up, proving that a six-figure outcome is not the result of luck, but of consistent, strategic execution. Risk mitigation and sustainability are critical during this stage. Maintaining emergency funds, avoiding unnecessary debt, and diversifying income streams protect accumulated wealth against unexpected setbacks. For instance, while reinvesting heavily can accelerate growth, retaining a safety buffer ensures stability in the event of client loss, market shifts, or personal emergencies. Diversifying revenue, balancing digital, service-based, and local income reduces vulnerability to fluctuations in any single stream. These practices not only safeguard earnings, but also create a stable foundation for continued financial expansion beyond the initial milestone. Equally important are mindset and behavioral strategies. Discipline, consistency, embracing the learning curve, adaptability, and resilience determine whether numerical targets are ultimately achieved. Those who approach challenges analytically, remain flexible when circumstances change, and maintain focus due setbacks are far more likely to reach ambitious goals. Developing habits such as reviewing progress regularly, adjusting strategies based on results, and maintaining self-control over spending ensures that growth is sustained and cumulative rather than sporadic or fragile. Psychological discipline complements practical financial tactics, creating a framework in which success becomes replicable. Achieving $100,000 from zero is realistic when structured income generation, scaling, reinvestment, efficiency, and mindset mastery are combined. The blueprint is clear. Begin with immediate income, allocate funds strategically, identify repeatable opportunities, scale systems efficiently, and continuously refine both skill and strategy. By integrating psychological discipline with practical action, anyone could transform modest beginnings into a substantial financial milestone. The process demonstrates that wealth is not a mystery reserved for the privileged, but a disciplined outcome accessible to those who commit to deliberate, informed, and consistent steps. This final stage closes the loop. The journey from zero to $100,000 is not a single leap, but a series of deliberate, compounding actions executed with both skill and discipline. If you found this guide valuable, leave a comment sharing which step you are most likely to implement first. I would also like to hear your thoughts on other strategies that have worked for you in building income or scaling your skills. Make sure to like the video if you want more practical finance breakdowns like this, and subscribe so you can follow future lessons on creating wealth systematically without relying on shortcuts or luck.